What's up guys? Today we're going to be doing Potato Chip Rock, one of the most popular hikes here in San Diego County. Right now we're right next to Lake Poway and we've got Miss Jordan with us here for an adventure. So let's get into it. There's multiple ways of doing this trail. One is via the 67 and then there's this one off of Lake Poway, which is a 7-mile out and back trail. This trail via the Poway Lake Trail, it intersects with the Mount Woodson Trail and then you go from there. When you start off, it's all steep and uphill. The higher we've gotten up, the more of a cool view that we've seen of Lake Poway, as you get to overlook all of it. We're doing this on a Thursday at 11 a.m. and so far there hasn't been too many people, but I'm guessing that Friday, Saturday, Sunday is a very popular day for this hike, as well as right now it's gloomy, so maybe that's also putting people off from doing this hike. It has been raining here in San Diego, so I'm interested in what conditions the trail is going to be in, as some areas of San Diego it's been actually flooding. So we've arrived at the start of the actual Mount Woodson Trail, and that whole little Poway start of the trail was just a mile in, so the trail begins now. Technically on all trails it said that from the start of Lake Poway to the top of Potato Chip Rock it would be 3.7 miles. So that would make it 7.4 miles in total. So we'll see how accurate that is. Something important to note is that on weekends and holidays you do have to pay if you're starting the trail here at Lake Poway, and I believe the fee is $5. As we let Jordan catch a little bit of a break here, we just see that the trail has been just all uphill, which has been good and bad. If you're going to do this hike, either do it on a weekday or do it at a less popular time, because this is a trail that everyone and their mothers knows about here in San Diego County. This is definitely a nice little leg workout day. I mean, Jordan doesn't really need it. She's basically a four-wheel drive. I am thankful that it is a gloomy day, because I think doing this in the sun might be a lot more challenging just because it's all uphill. I'm questioning how much of a view we're actually going to get, just because I see all the fog even up to this level. We're starting to see a little bit of sweat coming in for me, and I mean, Jordan still seems like she's at 100%, just enjoying and cruising through it. So you've got your two options here: go left, go to Mount Woodson, and then you can go to Warren Canyon through that trail over there. Jordan is currently kicking it into turbo mode since she does not like having other groups behind us. So we just had a couple pass by and let us know that there is not much of a view up there. A little bit disappointing, but anticipated because it's gloomy, but they said we'll at least see the rock pretty well. Every corner that you turn, you see more and more steps, and it feels like it's never ending, but definitely a poor choice of attire. I'm out here looking like either Mr. Rogers or Walt Disney. You choose, but yeah, I gotta learn from my mistakes and not just throw in any sweater. All right, apparently we have 1.3 miles left, and we're gonna go right over here and continue the summit. While it has not been my favorite thing to go up these rocks, I can respect them and they look really cool. So you get a cool little view, and it makes it easier than if it was just straight up dirt, especially in the conditions and after the rain. We got the legend Jordan right here. How are you enjoying the hike, Jordan? Your little mid-game interview? I think she's enjoying it. Something I've enjoyed about this hike is that if you look left or right, you always have a super cool view overlooking either Poway or Ramona. I would say that the summit is moderate. There are sections here though which is pretty simple just because it's flat, but if you take your time on that moderate summit, I think that mostly anyone would be able to do this hike. Well, we're getting closer and closer, and as you can see, there's a lot of fog up there, so not looking good for a nice view. Well, we've reached the end of the city maintained trail, so now we go into the jungle. Even though it says that that was the end of the city maintained trail, it still pretty much looks pretty maintained, and I'm just guessing because of the popularity of this hike. We want a nice sunny day, but unfortunately we just have fog, but we had a very beautiful view with Jordan over here. So we have reached the peak here, and we get that really cool view on the side. It's a little bit gloomy, but definitely worth it. I think there would be way more people if it was a sunny day. So if you keep going up, that's where the summit is, and that's also the other way to come up here, which would be the way from the 67. Luckily, the fog is starting to clear up as you get a cool view over there of the 67 and of the whole trail as well over there. Definitely worth it. Me and Jordan definitely enjoyed ourselves. It wasn't too bad of a hike, probably because the weather wasn't hot out today. I was overhearing other people saying that the Lake Poway way is way better than the 67, which is just a paved road, because you actually get a cool hike in. So it's nice knowing that the rest of the hike will just be going down, and Jordan is definitely one to enjoy the downhill because she thinks it is going all out is the only way. On the way down, it actually is clearing up, so I actually ended up big braining it 1000 IQ, because at first I thought I was getting outplayed by the weather, but luckily it's starting to clear up. So it took us around 1 hour and 45 minutes to get up here, and I'm anticipating that it only takes us maybe 1 hour and 15 minutes to go down. Definitely really cool to see how green it's getting out here, and it's barely January. So apparently we only have 1 more mile before. Since there's no people, Jordan's enjoying a little bit of off-leash time just because there is no one on the trail. For the people who are actually coming up, apparently the sun is deciding to come out now, so there might be a nice sunset for those coming up. Last final stretch here before we tie back to the Lake Poway trail. We start to have a really cool view of the lake over here. We got a really cool view of Jordan over here. And we've made it back, just 0.9 more, and we're back at the parking lot. On the way back, we're gonna do this little extra trail over here to get close to the water. All right, little post-game interview for Jordan. What do you think about the hike? She's got that dog in her. I think that means she enjoyed it with that sniffing right there. Right in front of Lake Poway right here to end it up. The 7-mile hike, definitely a beautiful hike, and I recommend it. I see why it's so popular and one of the most popular here in San Diego County. So stay tuned for the next video, and I hope you enjoyed this video.